Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop. Oh my gosh, you guys, yesterday I had the best day. I want to show you a couple of the books that I got. I'm so excited. These actually came in a package. I got Herbal Magic, I got Moon Magic, and I got House Magic, and they came in a wrapper together, and I actually ended up getting them at Five Below for $5. So I'm really excited to look into these and some of the insights. I'm really into both House and Herbal Magic right now at the moment too. Cleansing, spring cleaning. Now, we're going to use the beautiful affirmators on the left. Been hiding your light under a rock, keeping your artistic inclinations a secret, resisting labels like artist, maker, or kind of semi-creative type person in favor of a more mainstream monikers, e.g. accountant, teacher, marching band mom. This card is rocketing in like a thunderbolt to clear those dismissive apologies away and allow the burning, churning, balls to the wall passion living within you to radiate outwards. No more days half-lived, no more dreams left unspoken. Your moment is now. The world is ready, and the inspiration you've been waiting for is you. Now hurry up and staple some wings on your shoes. That magic ain't gonna make itself. Now I want to share this interesting insight. I've been watching a lot of fantastic speakers and having dreams that are integrated with what they've been saying. And this is really like staying connected to what is true for you right now. So when you follow where your energy actually wants to go, instead of trying to force it in a particular direction, you can also show others what is possible for them by following all your passions, feeling good about what you're doing, following everything that fascinates you, and create an expertise in a particular area. I've known, the majority of my life that I have loved crystals and holistic approaches and certainly tarot and all of that. And I've honed my craft and studied and looked into different aspects. And it really led me to integrating psychology with tarot, because it really is just messages that are meant to lift our vibration and direct us in a way that's meant to be helpful. That's my passion. So once we recognize it, I feel like you're going to place yourself at this aligned community and have a unique way of feeling the energies of all the environments that you're in and what is good for you. You ever just been in, it could be a theater and you're watching a play and you're like, I can totally feel myself doing that and connecting and forging a character, all of this, things like that. I saw this speaker and I kind of, it siphoned through like my own kind of thought process. And I thought, you know what it is? I feel like when someone like myself and a lot of people reach 40 and 50, it's like our hourglass. We see the sand has now gone halfway through, so we don't want to waste any more time. It's like anything, when we have excess of it, we can be wasteful with it, whether it is money, whether it is resources. You ever have one pair of glasses or one pen or one lighter? You take care of that and you know where it is all the time. You buy a package of 10 lighters, all of a sudden all of them are lost. It is a weird thing that's indicative to excess. We're careless with it. And when we're young, we think we have all that time to do everything. But as we age, we recognize now we really want to be curious. We don't want to fit in some niche. We don't want to do what other people are doing. We're curious as what's out there. And we feel our energy being increased by what we're doing. Yesterday, I had one of the best days I've had in a long time, because I kept speaking to myself in the affirmative of how much energy I had. I left the house early. I went for a hike out in this one little nature bird center that I love. Then I went shopping and I did a bunch of other things, and I didn't even get back to the house till almost 5 o'clock. And on my way home, Hagen texts me, hey mom, do you want to go to Waveney? Which is, we usually hike there for 4 miles and we go for a couple of hours. And I had already been gone all day, and I said right away to myself, instead of, oh, I'm tired, I'm not doing this, I thought, how excellent. You get to spend more time with your son. He's going to get exercise. This is your favorite place in Connecticut. You love hiking there. It gives you energy. You can also invite Joni and Frank, and you guys can go out after for a meal. Go do this. Go for it. And I had more energy and hiked. I didn't get tired once. I was energized by the company, the conversation, and the nature. And it was wonderful because I stayed present and focused in what was in front of me right now, not trying to avalanche into later, like, oh, if I go a few more miles, I'm going to be tired. Like, we can convince ourselves of anything, and I convinced myself I had lots of energy and that anything that I wanted to do, I could do. And that's going to include punching this cat out, who always feels like she has to walk all over everything. Shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. 100%. That's don't start with when am I going to finish this. We give ourselves these ridiculous deadlines that simply don't exist, and I don't know why we do it to ourselves. We start a painting and we think, oh, I need to finish this. I need a finished product. Not true. I have lots of necklaces that I will tie off through the last bead, but I won't add and cinch off and add clasps to, just in case I want to add something else. I change my mind. I'm not wasting and having to cut off all of the line that I use is very expensive. It's this coated wire. So I leave it open-ended so I can play around with it and all of that. But really, you guys, our passion is about what our guides, our angels, our inner self is trying to direct us to do, to be curious. Think of that hourglass. If you think it's full, we still shouldn't be wasting it, even if we're only 20, even if we're only 18. We are going to look back on lessons as we get older. And and the great thing too, as you get older, and this other speaker that I was listening to, fantastic. She said, there's something that happens when we hit a certain age. Things become non-negotiable. Who we are and what we want becomes non-negotiable. We'll negotiate a creative endeavor, a price, a contract, but we will not negotiate who we are. That means we don't need to hear your opinion on what we should do or how we should live our life, our religion, our weight, anything like that. Like, we just cease commenting on that as well, because we know we don't find it important to have other people to try to condemn them for the way they live, they look, or they act. It's crazy to me that people do that, but we're conditioned when we're younger by our parents, and it takes us longer to shake it off. It could be our church, it could be our community, it could be an older brother, it could be just somebody that has a warped sense of something, that isn't truly accepting of everything and everyone, that lands in our lap, and we think because it's a family member or a church or priest or anybody that they must be right, where really each thing is individual to each person. And your choice is, I am going to be inspired, I'm going to go out and follow my passion. I'm going to recognize that even though I like to think of time as cyclical and we always have enough time, I think we benefit when we use that time wisely to feel inspired, to speak to ourselves. And you guys, please use this trick that I did yesterday to stay upbeat, positive, and energetic. Is as soon as you start that inner voice of, oh, I can't do this, I'm tired, and trying to talk yourself out of going on a date, having fun, going for a hike, go, this is going to be awesome. I'm curious about what's going to happen here. I deserve to go see this, because that's the one thing that happens as we age too. We get more and more curious about what we can discover, how we can motivate ourselves, and what we can work towards. And as soon as I said, hey man, I'm pretty fit. I go to the gym almost every day for the last, I don't know, only couple of months. I don't even know. That's one weird aspect of me too. I do not count steps. I do not count calories whatever. It's usually time, like, let's go to the gym for an hour. Let's do this. But I don't like to box things in with, oh, I only succeeded if I did this for an hour, 7 days a week. That doesn't make sense to me. As much as I can do with what I have, where I am, that works for me. Where everybody in my family has one of those watches that counts your steps and tells you calories burned, that would drive me nuts. I don't want to keep track of all of that. It's too much numeric, sinking me up in the freaking calorie burning world. And I'm another person too that I don't get on a scale. I know how I feel. I know and it's usually how strong I feel in terms of muscle. If I can, and speaking of that, I have to share something funny. So yesterday I hike all day, all over the place, go everywhere, go for a second hike in another woods, feel great, and then I wake up and I'm walking around, I'm perfectly fine. I get up really early, so then later in the middle of the day I went for a little nap, and I woke up and my ankle hurt like I twisted it. This was totally while I was sleeping. I'm like, let me see, I can go out for hours and hike everywhere, nothing happens. I take a nap and I twist my ankle. It felt like that. It was so ridiculous. I started laughing. I'm like, is this a real thing? Can you actually do that while you're sleeping? It was so ridiculous. So you guys, I love you, and I just want to share all the good vibes and all the good messages I've been receiving and seeing, and I find them just so helpful. They demonstrate to me that I have the wherewithal, time, energy, and spirit to do anything, as long as that inner voice and outer voice. I said it out loud while I was driving my car to go pick up Hagen. I'm excited about this. This is going to be excellent. Fresh air, cool wilderness animals. I'm excited for this. I deserve this. This is going to be wonderful. And then it refills your cup with that energy and optimism for the next thing you're doing, because we can easily tell ourselves verbally, mentally, oh, we're tired, and guess how you're going to feel? You're going to feel tired. That's why I don't like people to say, oh, I think I'm coming down with something, because we want to verbalize how healthy we are, how strong we are, how committed we are to something, how together and capable we are, and how happy and optimistic we are. And simply by talking to ourselves, we get to that state. It's amazing. Our brain is just there to catch that thought. So let's make it a good one. That's your Daily Pop, you guys. Love and oh, and I wanted to show you my new ring. I love this. This is an emerald. It's a Skoda emerald and is my newest and favorite thing ever. Oh, I love rough emeralds. I think it's my favorite stone ever. So I'm going to be working with those and wearing them all over the map. And I definitely feel like it's the optimal abundance ring and prosperity ring and good luck. I just feel like ever since it's been completed and I put it on yesterday, I have had the best of everything arrive. So love and light, you guys.